best authentic Mexican restaurant in South Jersey. Your friends and family will enjoy the fun and the food, like our staple guacamole, tamales, and ceviche. Our weekday lunch special is just $7.99. We also offer Saturday and Sunday brunch. Enjoy the largest selection of tequilas in South Jersey, Mexican beers, bottle and draft beers, fresh margaritas, and daily beer and margarita specials. La Esperanza Mexican Restaurant.
Good morning and welcome to the Sports Break. It is Friday, so you know that means that we have a special guest in the studio joining me, your host, Renee Washington, and Isaiah Miles, professional basketball player, I should say, former St. Joe's University player that was part of a two-time Atlantic 10 Conference champion team and was able to play overseas, and now he, this past summer, was playing with the Sixers and is joining us today in the studio on RVNTV.tv. Isaiah, welcome to the show.
Thanks for having me.
No problem. So let's start back in college. I mean, you're not from the Philadelphia area, you're from Baltimore, but you were able to bring something to the Philadelphia area as a top basketball player with St. Joe's. Mm-hmm. And you guys, while you were there, were very successful, especially your last 2 years. Mm-hmm. Talk me to that progression of, from freshman year to senior year, being your role changing and becoming the leader of the team.
It was a journey. It definitely was a journey. My freshman year, I didn't play at all. I probably averaged like 2 minutes, 1 point, same as my sophomore year. But my junior year, I was playing behind a lot of dudes who went to the NBA and went professional. So when they left, I got my chance my junior year, and we didn't have such a good season, but I did a little bit better. But my senior year is when I kind of broke out. I got I averaged like 18 points. I probably got like second team all A10, Big Five honors, all that. Won that championship, but it was a journey because I started off so slow and didn't really play that much, and then going to where I was saying expanding my game and just playing so well. And it was hard coming from a high school in Baltimore. I was the so-called man in high school.
Yes.
So it was kind of bringing me down to earth when I came to college, and I didn't play at all. But I stayed focused, and I'm happy for the opportunity that my coach gave me.
Yeah, and I mean, it is tough for any player, especially coming into a new program and trying to find a way to make an impact. And for you, not seeing playing time those first 2 years, and it obviously paid off in the end. I mean, you had a great junior and senior year and went on to do well overseas and everything. So what was it for you that kept you focused, that kept you grounded and continuing to work hard day in and day out?
Well, growing up, or just being from Baltimore, a lot of guys, they would go to big name college, and if they didn't play or didn't like the situation they were in, they would transfer. And then after that, you wouldn't hear about them. They disappear in the wind. But I didn't want to be like that. My dad encouraged me to transfer, but I strongly was against it because I didn't want to be one of those guys. And I thought transferring would be looked at as quitting, and I'm not a quitter, so I wanted to work hard. So if I didn't play, I wanted to work hard and earn my minutes and earn my time. So I did just that. My mentality changed. I was hungry, and I just worked hard, and I just wanted to play. So
Yeah. And now you mentioned your dad, and it's something that I know we've talked about. But there's kind of the assumption for a lot of basketball players that they come from these broken households and tough upbringings. And you are someone that has always been a good student, a good athlete. You can't come from a household with two parents that are cops. And you had that support system and that foundation of the right values and morals and how to conduct yourself as a young man. How has that really helped to keep you in where you are now? I mean, as a basketball player, to stay on that track and continue to reach the highest level, how do you think that foundation has really helped you get to this
through
point?
just hard work and never being complacent and never settling. My mom and dad taught me that since day one, and they taught me as fast as something can go. Fast as something can come. Like my senior year, as fast as something can go. So you always want to stay humble and just thank God every day for the blessings and that where He placed me. So I just gotta thank them for just beating that into my mind ever since I can remember. So just keep working hard and just never stay complacent.
Yeah. Now I won't bring up the fact that I went to LaSalle University, so we're supposed to be rivals. But I do know that when I was at LaSalle, our team was better than yours. I was there when we had our Sweet 16 run.
Okay.
But to be able to play in the NCAA tournament, and that's something that not every conference team, especially an Atlantic 10 conference team, gets to do. And I know for soccer, we got to do it. It's an exciting stage. I mean, stepping onto that stage your junior, senior year, being able to play and contribute and being a part of that team, providing points, rebounds, stats. What was that like being able to reach that level?
It's breathtaking. NCAA, the tournament is like the most watched during that time. And, you're making the A10 is a different level compared to that because now you're going against all teams in the country.
Right.
So, you want to see how you level up against them. So now we're playing against Cincinnati and Oregon. So no teams in the A10 was like that. So
right.
You kind of see who you are as a person, as a player, and as a team together when you reach adversity, who kind of sticks together. So, we did really well. We beat Cincinnati with about a game winner hit by me.
That's good. Yeah. That's awesome. Be proud of that.
But we lost. We came short to Oregon. They ended up losing in the either Final Four or Elite Eight.
Yes.
So, and we almost beat them. So I didn't hang my head on that loss at all because no one thought we were going that far. So the fact that we went that far and actually had them almost beating them, it's a great accomplishment either way. So I'm happy that we got that far.
Yeah, you at that level you're playing against players that are future NBA players that are top players in the country.
Yeah, 3 people from that team got drafted. So.
Right. Yep. There you go.
So yeah.
Yes. Now I do have to ask. Who was your least favorite team in the Atlantic 10 Conference to play?
St. Bonaventure.
Really?
Yeah, we lost to them.
Brown.
My senior year, we lost to them 3 times in a row.
Oh.
Yeah. It's hard to beat a team 3 times in a row, but they did it to us, and it was bad. I think all 3 times might have been a blowout.
Wow.
Yeah. And that was like the only team. I think we probably lost about 3 games in the A10. And
to St. Bonnie's.
Yep.
I used to hate going to that school because it's like the middle of nowhere.
Yeah.
It's a weird campus.
Middle of New York.
Yes.
No, when we went to go play them at their home, it was like a ghost town. Really much to do. Yeah. It was weird, but they were good.
Wow, I didn't realize they beat you guys 3 times.
Yeah.
Dang. All right, we're going to move away from that. Let's go back to the exciting stuff. So you graduate, you finish on a high note by reaching the second round of the NCAA tournament your senior year, and you then got called in to play with Dallas in the Summer League.
Mm-hmm.
And that's something that you've had always been reaching for, to reach that next step beyond college.
Mm-hmm.
And that experience, that's not something every college athlete gets to go through, is playing at the professional level and training with the professional level. So how was it, when you stepped on that court and you realized, I didn't make it yet, but I'm a step closer to where I want to be. What was going through your head?
It was breathtaking. Just, you watch it all on TV, your goal, climbing towards your goal, and then you're there in the Summer League. So, it was breathtaking, and definitely a blessing to know that I can get to that point. But, I didn't do so well my Dallas Summer League, rather, I did my Philly Summer League. So, I think the difference was my Dallas Summer League, I was kind of just happy to be there.
Okay.
And a lot of it was just nerves. I was never been in a situation like that, with such great players. So it was just nerves, happy to be there. But this year was different, whereas I wanted to come kick butt and take names. I wanted something to prove. I wanted to kind of have a better summer league than I did last year. So I kind of played with a chip on my shoulder. So I think that's why I was able to do so well this year than I was last year.
Yeah. And now, for those of you that may not know, you went and played in the Summer League last summer with Dallas, then played overseas with France. And then this past summer were invited to play with the Sixers. And you talked about your French experience.
Yeah.
My brother-in-law is actually French, and he speaks highly of it, but he's also lived there for some time. Being able to play in France versus being able to play here in the States, even though it's just, Summer League or college basketball compared to that, as a professional basketball player overseas, being so far from home in a country where you don't speak the language and still don't speak the language, how is that adjustment of trying to find your way in a new country?
It's hard. It's hard adjusting, but you got to, because then it's a job. You got to be professional with it. And I'm going to a whole new world. Not many people know English. Some people may know English, but don't usually speak it as much. I mean, the play style was way different. You know, in France, a lot of people, it was more slow. The game was more slow, more fundamental. Not many people as more explosive or athletic, rather as in the States or in the NBA. All you see is high flyers, you know, a lot of athletic people, athletic animals. So the game is really slowed down. I think the game's more physical over there. It's more.
Oh, okay.
I think older too. A lot of like vets over there, like a lot of 35 and over. Like there's a lot of old dudes over there. So, I mean, I was the second youngest dude on my. I mean, I was the first youngest dude on my team. So I was 22, and the second youngest dude was 27.
Oh wow.
So yeah, I was the. I mean, you say baby on the team. So, I mean, that kind of adjustment. You know, I'm on a team where I'm the youngest dude. So off the court, who do I hang out with?
Right.
You know, I don't really have much people to hang out with because the 27-year-old, the second he with his family,
right.
his child. So I'm pretty sure he don't got time to take from them and come play 2K with me. So just stuff like that. You know, little stuff like that. So I kind of stayed to myself a lot. So. I mean, my family, they visit me a lot. My mom and dad came out there the first 3 months I was there.
Oh, nice. That helps.
So they stayed with me. So, you know, FaceTime and Netflix kind of held me down. FaceTime and Netflix because I didn't watch no TV over there. So, yeah.
Well, there you have it. That's the key to surviving overseas. FaceTime, Netflix, and then being able to play 2K. Yeah. But we're actually going to talk about NBA Live when we get back. We're going to take a quick break. Don't go too far. We'll be right back to talk with more basketball with Isaiah Miles. We'll be right back.
La Esperanza Mexican Restaurant and Bar, the best authentic Mexican restaurant in South Jersey. Your friends and family will enjoy the fun and the food, like our staple guacamole, tamales, and ceviche. Our weekday lunch special is just $7.99. We also offer Saturday and Sunday brunch. Enjoy the largest selection of tequilas in South Jersey, Mexican beers, bottle and draft beers, fresh margaritas, and daily beer and margarita specials. La Esperanza Mexican Restaurant and Bar, family owned and operated since 2002.
Hi, I'm Becky.
And I'm Eric.
And this is Cooking Uncorked.
It is.
It is. And you can check us out Mondays at 10:30.
10:30 every Monday.
See you there. Got a quarter?
Hi, I'm Jim Cucinato. I'm inviting you to watch my show on the Halo Health Network on RBN. We cover everything you always wanted to know about health but was afraid to ask. We have interesting guests who can help you how to live healthier, how you can be smarter about your health, how you can help your family live healthier and be healthier. We are on Tuesdays from 9:30 Eastern Time to 10 o'clock. Please come and watch us.
Let me tell you about the toughest guy on earth. He has the crazy strength to lift the man that raised him up without even flinching. This guy, this warrior, will always be by his father's side, even if his dad will hardly remember. If this guy isn't the toughest guy on the planet, then I don't know who is. Caregiving is tougher than tough. Find the care guides you need at aarp.org/caregiving.
If you have a story or product that you'd like to share with our viewers as a guest on the Morning Coffee Show, please contact us at info@radiovisionnetwork.com.
Today's show has been sponsored by More Than Gifts. Come see our new location in Marlton, New Jersey. Not just gifts, but more.
Welcome back to the Sports Break. I'm Renee Washington, and it is Friday, so we are here with a very special guest, Isaiah Miles, one of the biggest names in Philadelphia basketball, and someone that was able to play with the Sixers this past summer. Now, we talked about your experience in France. We talked about your experience playing with St. Joe's University and being a part of that successful, couple of years that you guys won the Atlantic 10 Conference. What was it like when you got to be a part of the process that we all hear about? Trust the process, trust the process. And you were part of that this summer. You lived it, you trained it. And being in that environment around the other rookies and young guys that are working for their spot with the Sixers. I mean, how was that day in and day out?
It was good. I mean, it was amazing. I mean, they have a great staff over there, great coaching staff, a great training staff. I felt like home when I was there. You know, they welcomed me in with open arms. I mean, I'm pretty sure I don't know how many summer leagues they've been doing their whole lives, but you know, they welcomed me in with open arms. I felt like I was a part of the team. Those few couple of weeks that I was in training camp and I was part of the summer league experience in Utah and in Vegas. The rookies were really cool. You know, Markel Fultz. I mean, he's from Maryland, so we kind of connected. We kind of connected through that, and I mean, he's been talking to me throughout the games. He's talking to me off the court. So I mean, he's a really good dude, and you wouldn't think that from a first-round draft pick sometimes because their ego fills them up or they're kind of cocky. But he's a very humble dude. He's a really down-to-earth dude. So that kind of brought me off guard. So I mean, that was cool the way he treated not just me but everybody else on the team, and we all treat each other like kind of family. You know, we understand that it was professional. We're all kind of fighting for 1 or 2 spots on the team.
Yeah.
But then we all excuse me, we all came together at times during the game, and it felt like a team, and it felt like we've been playing with each other for a long time. Even though we just met each other last week.
Yeah.
So I mean, it was a really good experience.
That is really nice. I mean, you expect that when you get to that level that it may be tougher, and it is going to be tougher. But it's nice to have everyone kind of sticking together through that because everyone is going through that same, you know, fight of trying to make it. Now we got to see you guys playing on TV, but what was it like? I mean, did you guys hang out after games? Were you playing 2K? Were you laughing and joking on each other and stuff like that? Like, what was a typical day?
I mean, we hung out a lot, especially off the court, especially in Utah. We were in Salt Lake City, and really not much to do there, not at all. So I mean, I think
no surprise there.
Yeah, so I think that kind of made us stronger for Vegas because no one went out. We all stayed in the hotel. We all were in each other's room. We all were playing 2K or cards or something. We all were interacting with each other. So I think felt like that made us stronger for Vegas, and that's why we played together so well. But no, we hang out a lot. You know, I still stay in contact with a lot of those guys, you know, through Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, I still have a lot of those guys' numbers. I text them. A lot of those guys live in Philly.
Right.
Or they stay in Philly because, you know, they're training and stuff. So I would hang out with them because I'm in Philly right now. So yeah, we all stay pretty connected, which is pretty cool because that's rare. That's really rare.
Yeah, that is. And I have to ask, were you good at 2K?
I'm very good at 2K.
Like, duh, why are you asking this question?
I'm very good at 2K.
I mean, I used to play some 2K back in the day. I was just too good, so I just stopped playing.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Cards, that's my thing, too.
Oh, you play cards, too?
Yes.
Okay. Let me find out.
I'm a gamer, so, you know, I'm a competitor, so everything I play, I'm, like, trying to be the best. Yes. Oh, yeah. I don't stop until I win, actually.
Oh. Okay, well, we gotta play one time. We gotta see how it is.
That's funny. I would win, of course. Now, when you were given the opportunity to either stay with the Sixers or you already had a contract with Turkey, and you decided to go that route. I mean, what was that decision for you? What made that decision for you? I should say.
I signed for Turkey around a month or 2 before the summer league started. So the only way I could sign with a team is if I have an out in my NBA. I mean, I have an NBA out in my Turkish contract.
Okay.
And the Sixers, they wanted to make me an assignment player. So it's kind of different from the new two-way. It's kind of under that. It's an assignment player where I would get signed to go to training camp, get cut, and then play for their D-League team. But for financial reasons, the Turkish route was just more beneficial for me and my family. So I wanted to choose that route. As painful as it is to leave them and leave my family, and you know, it's a dream to play in Philly, an hour from home, but I gotta do what's best for me and my family, and that was best. But the good thing is I'm young, and I consider myself a pretty good basketball player, so I feel like that opportunity will present itself again, and I think when it does, I'll be more than ready.
Yeah, and it seems like your best years may still be ahead of you.
Yes.
Like, I mean, having as a freshman, sophomore in college versus now, how much you've grown, how much you've developed, your game and everything, you probably are still have that opportunity to continue to grow.
Yeah.
And you don't always see that, where some players may have peaked when they were younger, and they may have reached and done all they can do. But for you to have that motivation of knowing that, you still have more to do. You're not done yet. Playing in Turkey, going to another country that you don't know, and being able to pursue that dream. So best of luck with that.
Thank you. I mean, it's not a bad, either war wasn't a bad route.
Yeah.
I mean, it wasn't a bad decision. It's a blessing to even have that decision. Most guys couldn't even have either one of those decisions. So Turkey's the top, under the NBA, it's the top 3 leagues to play in.
Okay.
Spain, Germany, and Turkey. So NBA players and NBA scouts and coaches and GMs look at Turkey, and a lot of guys who don't go to the NBA end up going to either China or Turkey. So it was a win-win situation.
Yes.
Yeah.
And you know what? The grind and the hustle of trying to make it this is why we play.
Exactly.
So that off that corny joke, we're actually going to take another quick break, and then when we get back, we're going to talk about our favorite players, NBA Live, and really talk about whose favorite player is better. Yeah. We'll be right back.
Let me tell you about the toughest guy on earth. He has the crazy strength to lift the man that raised him up without even flinching. This guy, this warrior, will always be by his father's side, even if his dad will hardly remember. If this guy isn't the toughest guy on the planet, then I don't know who is. Caregiving is tougher than tough. Find the care guides you need at aarp.org/caregiving. Let me tell you about the toughest guy on earth. He has the crazy strength to lift the man that raised him up without even flinching. This guy, this warrior, will always be by his father's side, even if his dad will hardly remember. If this guy isn't the toughest guy on the planet, then I don't know who is. Caregiving is tougher than tough. Find the care guides you need at aarp.org/caregiving. Let me tell you about the toughest guy on earth. He has the crazy strength to lift the man that raised him up without even flinching. This guy, this warrior, will always be by his father's side, even if his dad will hardly remember. If this guy isn't the toughest guy on the planet, then I don't know who is. Caregiving is tougher than tough. Find the care guides you need at aarp.org/caregiving. Let me tell you about the toughest guy on earth. He has the crazy strength to lift the man that raised him up without even flinching. This guy, this warrior, will always be by his father's side, even if his dad will hardly remember. If this guy isn't the toughest guy on the planet, then I don't know who is. Caregiving is tougher than tough. Find the care guides you need at aarp.org/caregiving. Let me tell you about the toughest guy on earth. He has the crazy strength to lift the man that raised him up without...
And we're back. Welcome back to the Sports Break. I'm Renee Washington with Isaiah Miles, who's been talking to us about his experiences overseas, playing with St. Joe's, playing with the Sixers. But now we're going to get into some other game, NBA Live. We talked about how you're pretty good at 2K. But NBA Live, if you guys have not heard, is now allowing, or they're going to have WNBA players on the game. So FIFA did the same thing with soccer, and they had the women's professional players on the game too, so you got to play with your favorite players, Carly Lloyd and all them, and Messi. But now with basketball, we're seeing the same change. So one win for women, we're making our way. What do you think about this change?
I think it's good. Like you said, for women, they definitely expanding, and I think they're trying to make WNBA known because not many people watch it. So if it's on a video game, people can actually try it out, and there's really good players in the WNBA. Like my favorite Diana Taurasi.
Oh, I love Diana.
So I don't specifically watch it every day, but I'll turn it on sometimes, and it's pretty entertaining if you actually get a chance to watch it because I just love basketball all around. So, I think it's really good for the game.
Yeah, and something that we talk about on our show a lot is the difference in women's and men's sports and how people tend to watch football, basketball, even baseball more than they would watch softball, women's basketball, women's soccer, women's sports in general. So I do agree that now you get a chance to, even watching the trailer, I was watching the video, the preview video, whatever the heck you want to call it, and I was getting so excited watching some of the top players that you get to watch on TV. Now you can control them and play. So I think it will be a big first step for the WNBA.
They got Brittany Griner dunking on it too, hanging on the rim. So I mean,
yes, I love that.
Yeah,
why not? I mean, if you play 2K or you play NBA Live, it is like a nonstop highlight reel. Like things that sometimes your player does, you're like, what? Yeah. But that's what they do. I mean, you can boost your player up, make them better. You can have them doing all types of crazy things. So now you can do that with the women too. Have them dunking all the time. And then also, we have to talk about this. Your favorite player is Kevin Durant. You like to watch the Warriors. My favorite player is LeBron James. I like to watch whatever team he's on. So we clearly have some differences. How thrilled were you when they won the championship?
Very excited. Very happy. I mean, he brought that home to Maryland. Kevin Durant's a Maryland guy, so.
I'm not gonna lie, I may have cried a little bit.
Did you?
I felt like I was playing. I was like cursing mad. I was so angry. I don't even curse, and I was literally cursing mad, and I was pissed because I was already mad that Durant went to the Warriors, and then to turn around and have them win, and now I see them celebrating and dominating the Cavs for 4 games. It was like a slap in the face.
Yeah, I mean, like I told everybody else who gets mad that he left, he had to do it for his family. He had to do it for his best interest in his family, you know? You never know what the man's going through, so.
Oh, I played the... Spoken like a true basketball player. Played the family card. He did it because he wanted a ring. Period. Let's be honest. His family was doing just fine in OKC. Let's not get it twisted. I don't think that salary difference was hurting him in any way. But there has been a lot going on in the NBA offseason. I mean, we could talk about this for a whole... more 30 minutes, a whole other show. But what do you think is like the best change that you've seen in the offseason? Like what trades, what free agency moves that you've seen?
Wow.
Sprung this one on you.
Yeah, probably Paul George. I mean, I'm excited to see him in OKC with Westbrook. So all the biggest ones, him and Jimmy Butler going back with Thibodeau for the Timberwolves. So, you know, they've been together. He's been playing well under him. So I'm excited to see that. I mean, not even that. There's so much stuff that happened, so many trades. So I'm excited for the whole season, honestly. And I can't wait to get my 2K copy.
I think right? Everyone's now like really excited to buy 2K even more.
Yeah.
I do think the entire face and the look of the league has now changed. I mean, the Western Conference got even stronger, which means LeBron can get to the Eastern Conference Finals again. But no, but seriously, there are more teams that can now contend with the Warriors. Yeah. And that's, I think, the biggest thing that a lot of teams are trying to do is how can we possibly knock them off and possibly get to the finals and win a championship. And I don't like the Paul George move because obviously I wanted him to go to the Cavs. But I understand that fell through, whatever. I do like the Jimmy Butler move. I think the Timberwolves will be a really exciting young team, and he can help lead them with his experience and everything.
Now we got to just find out what Melo about to do.
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know what he's doing.
I don't know.
You might go to Cleveland, so you might be good.
Melo and D Rose. That's what we got. With all these trades going on, the Cavs got Melo and D Rose. Am I supposed to be excited about this? And then Kyrie doing his usual antics. That's all. I'm getting angry again. No, I am excited to see what happens. I'm excited to see. I think that the Cavs they usually are a team that does make changes like throughout the year. So they're not a team that often does things in the off season. I mean, even last year with a lot of players that they signed in the middle of the season. So hopefully something is happening.
Yeah, it's exciting. I'm excited for the season actually. Really excited.
Me too. So. Everyone's excited to get back to watching basketball all year. So before we wrap up, I want you to give people an idea of the biggest thing that you've really faced, overcome, that has gotten you to this point. Like if you had to say something to younger Isaiah Miles or some kid that's sitting in Baltimore or whoever watching, the biggest thing that has gotten you through.
Just family. You know, I'm a big family guy, and I stick to my mom, my dad, and my sister a lot. So just having that support system. So just staying close to your family, staying close to your mom, your dad, whoever you look up to, whoever, you know, took care of you when you were younger. And just keep working hard. You know, like my dad always told me, there's no elevator to success. So you gotta take the stairs. So I mean, I lived through that and just always working hard. You know, I've been motivated my whole life, and especially in these past few years, it motivated me the most. You know, I'm in France, I'm in Turkey, and I'm watching on TV guys who I played with and against.
Mm-hmm.
And you know you're better than, and they're in situations that you aren't and that you want to be in. So it kind of put that fire in your belly and makes you want to work harder. It makes you want to prove not to yourself, but just to everybody else that you belong there. So I've been carrying that chip on my shoulder for a long time, and like I said, I'm gonna keep using that to keep pushing forward. But just always work hard, always stay humble, and always put God first, or whoever you believe in, whoever you pray to. Just put them first, and just always be humble.
I like it.
Yeah.
Perfect. So yes, take the stairs. Even if you have to crawl up the stairs, you and your family together,
Yeah.
take the stairs, because there is no quick route to wherever you are trying to get to. Great message. And then having that faith of whatever you believe in, keeping that despite what you may be going through or when times get hard, to have that faith, have that support, and then know that the process, I'm not gonna say those three words. Know that the process is a long one and it will take time.
Tunnel vision.
Yes. So thank you guys for joining us on today's episode of The Sports Break. As always, you can check out more episodes of our show on rvntv.tv. We're here every Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, 9 a.m. And on Saturdays, I will be with NBA Files, so also tune in for that. But thank you again. I'm Renee Washington with our guest, Isaiah Miles, and I hope you have a great weekend. I'll see you back here on Tuesday.
La Esperanza Mexican Restaurant and Bar, the best authentic Mexican restaurant in South Jersey. Your friends and family will enjoy the fun and the food, like our staple guacamole, tamales, and ceviche. Our weekday lunch special is just $7.99. We also offer Saturday and Sunday brunch. Enjoy the largest selection of tequilas in South Jersey, Mexican beers, bottle and draft beers, fresh margaritas, and daily beer and margarita specials. La Esperanza Mexican Restaurant and Bar, family owned and operated since 2002.
Hi, I'm Becky,
And I'm Eric.
and this is Cooked and Uncorked.
It is
It is. And you can check us out Mondays at 10:30.
10:30 every Monday.
See you there. Got a quarter?
Hi, I'm Jim Cucinotti. I'm inviting you to watch my show on the Halo Health Network on RBN. We cover everything you always wanted to know about health but was afraid to ask. We have interesting guests who can help you how to live healthier, how you can be smarter about your health, how you can help your family live healthier and be healthier. We are on Tuesdays from 9:30 Eastern Time to 10 o'clock. Please come and watch us.
Let me tell you about the toughest guy on earth. He has the crazy strength to lift the man that raised him up without even flinching. This guy, no, this warrior, will always be by his father's side, even if his dad will hardly remember. If this guy isn't the toughest guy on the planet, then I don't know who is. Caregiving is tougher than tough. Find the care guides you need at aarp.org/caregiving.
If you have a story or product that you'd like to share with our viewers as a guest on the Morning Coffee Show, please contact us at info@radio